Hi, hello everyone. Good morning. How are all of you feeling? I hope all of you are in high spirits. I'm teacher Kiran. Okay, and I'm truly grateful to SSTP JPN Kedah for being chosen to be a part of Kedah education at home. Okay, so you can see me on YouTube, SSTP Kedah. Alright. My focus today is on good sentence structures in directed writing. Okay, so this is on paper 1. Okay, so students, before we start, do respond or comment on the chat box. Yeah, you can ask questions, you can respond, but remember to be polite. Okay, now there will be a reward given to the most active comments. Okay, right. Okay, so my focus today is on directed writing, paper 1. As we know, paper 1, we have two types of writing. One is directed writing and the other one is continuous writing. Okay, so directed writing is more on formatted essays. Okay, the common formats tested for the past years are as below: speech or a talk, article, informal letter, formal letter, and report. Okay, so I would advise you to take about 40 minutes, okay, for this part, okay, and read the questions carefully. Okay, now let's look at the marks allocation for directed writing. Okay, so you have 3 marks for format, 12 marks for content, and 20 marks for language. So you have a total of 35 marks. Okay, but sometimes in certain formatted essays, there are only 2 marks for format and 13 for content points. Okay, so no matter what, format plus content, 15 marks. And the language is 20. So if you're able to write something, okay, definitely you will get some marks for language. So today I'm here to help you improve on your language marks. Okay, improve on your language marks. Okay, let's look at the directed writing formats for the past 10 years. Ooh, look at them. All in random orders, from informal letter to speech and article, speech, talk. 2017 and 2018 continuously report was tested, and last year we had article writing. Okay, right, so it's quite difficult to know or to guess what's going to come up this year, or rather next year, yeah, for 2020 SPM students. What's going to come up? I'm sure your teachers have guessed or given you some tips or hints. No one knows actually, right? I would advise all of you to know all the formats of directed writing. I'm sure your beloved teachers would have actually guided you with the writing formats for directed writing. Okay, anyway, you can also check online on some of the websites. Okay, this is one of them, and there are plenty actually, yeah, on Google, where you can actually look for formats. Okay, the 5 different types of formats for directed writing. Okay, get your comments coming. Yes, good morning, hi, hello, how are you? Okay, you can see I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm trying to act cool. That's me, teacher Kiran. Okay, right, reminders. Okay, before we go to the question, let's read through. I would like to remind you on some of these important facts or tips. Number 1 is the format. Okay, you need to know the format. When you read the question, first thing you need to know what format is this write-up or this essay. Okay, then you need to read and highlight important requirements in the question. Get a highlighter or use a pen or pencil, scribble on the question paper, no worries, it's okay. Okay, and underline, highlight. Okay, then we are going to go to the next one. What tenses to use? Oh my god, teacher, what tense? Teacher, what tense to use? Okay, these are the common questions asked. Okay, actually it depends on the question, right? It depends on the question. Shortly we'll go to the question. And the next thing is to know how to start. It's always difficult to start. Okay, it's just like starting a car. You need to warm up the engine first, right? And wait before you drive. It's just the same as when you write an essay. Okay, you need to think of how to start. Okay, you need to do some planning, right? And of course, do not forget the connectors. Okay, the connectors and paragraphs. Okay, so I'll be touching on all these items. Okay, let's look at 2019 question. Okay, it was an article tested. You took part in a Go Green Day in your local area. The aim was to help people learn about the environment. You have decided to write an article about the Go Green Day for your school magazine. Okay, so let's look at the focus of this question. You took part. So what tense should we use here? Come on, type in your comments. What tense should we use here? Brilliant. Okay, yes. So you know that this is in the past. So you need to use the past tense. Okay. And this Go Green Day was held in a local area. Local area here means somewhere nearby where you're staying. Okay. Maybe your housing area or your school or your town. Okay. Then the next focus is environment. So we know this is the theme of this article. It's on environment. Okay. Then you know that the format should be of an article. It's written in the question. So don't panic, students. Don't worry. You will be notified what type of essay to write for directed writing. So don't worry. So the minute you get the question paper, immediately look at the type of question that will be tested and write at the side. Okay, article, what are the formats? What's the format for the article? Okay. Now we're going to go to the content points. Okay, content points are information about the Go Green Day. You have when was it, where was it, who organized it, and who was involved. So you have 4 content points here. So do some planning. When you get the question paper, write down, scribble. Okay, write down some planning. When was it? Okay, last month, maybe last Monday or last week. Okay, so don't panic. Relax. Take a deep breath. Breathe. And you will know what to write. Don't worry. Okay, where was it? Where? It must be some place. Okay, was it in a school, housing area? Remember, local area. So it's somewhere nearby your place where you live. Okay, now who organized it? Okay, who organized it? Okay, teacher, I do not know the meaning of organize. What should I do? Okay, I think I will just make a rough guess. A wild guess. Who means must be some people involved. Was it the people from the town council or school administrators? Okay, alright, who was involved? Okay, residents perhaps if it's in a housing area. Okay, families, students. Okay, right. Now let's look at the whole write-up for these 4 content points. Okay, so you need to have a title and a writer's name for the format of an article. So you only have 2 marks for format for article writing. So that means content you will have 13 marks. Okay, so Go Green Day, the title. Where should I get the title from? Look at the question. Again, remember, the question is very important. You have to read the question carefully, not to sway off the topic. Okay, so Go Green Day, format number 1, and the writer's name by Darren Lee, format number 2. Now, if you look at some reference books, okay, the writer's name is written right after the whole article is written. Now, you can do that as well. As long as you have the writer's name somewhere, you get your format 2. My advice is to write the format 2, which is the writer's name, right below the title. Why? Okay, because sometimes in a form of panic, nervous, sitting for an exam, important exam, you may forget to write the writer's name. Okay, so to be on a safe side, write it down just below the title. Okay, right. Let's go on. Last Friday, my family and I took part in an event called the Go Green Day in my housing area, Taman Aman Kulim. There you go. When was it? Last Friday. Content number 1. Ching ching in your pocket. Okay. Then, Taman Aman Kulim. Content number 2. Where was it? So 2 points in your pocket. Okay, 2 content points. And the one-day event was organized by the local town council. And all the residents of Taman Aman participated in this fruitful event. Okay, you have content number 3 there. Organized by whom? Okay, and content number 4. Where was it? Sorry. Who took part? Yeah, who took part? Who was involved? Okay, so 4 content points there. Now let's go on to the other content points on topics. Protecting animals, content 5. Learning about plants, content 6. And dealing with rubbish, content number 7. Okay, so write down some ideas, because you need to plan, students. You really need to plan before you write. Don't be in a hurry to answer and then you forget on some important points. Okay, I'm sure you all have a lot of ideas, so take about 2 minutes to do some planning. That will really help you with the flow of your essay. Okay, so protecting animals, what kind of animals? Okay, and learning about plants. Ask questions, write down questions. What examples? What kind of plants? Okay, dealing with rubbish. Okay, oops, what's rubbish? What's that? Oh gosh, I don't know what's the meaning of dealing. What's dealing? I know rubbish, but I do not know what's dealing. Forget about dealing. Look at the word that you understand. Don't be panicked with words you do not understand. Okay, so rubbish. Now, this is on environment. Rubbish. Rubbish is something negative. So, must be something about getting rid of rubbish. Now, I'm making a wild guess as a student. So, you can do that too, my dear students. Okay? Right. Let's look at the whole write-up. There were multiple fun yet effective topics and activities lined up throughout the event. The highlighted topics were on protecting the wild animals, okay? Learning about some flower plants for home. Furthermore, we also gained information about easy ways in dealing with rubbish. So here you have content point number 5, content point number 6, and content point number 7. Keep them all in your pocket. You have 7 content points already. Yeah, isn't that amazing? Okay, then we go on. Go Green Day activities. The next activity, talk by experts. Content 8, making a garden. Content 9, recycling. Content 10. And give one more activity. Content 11. Okay, now talk by experts. What's experts? I don't know what's experts. Okay, it's okay, but you know the word talk. So focus on this word talk. Talk is usually given by people who know the topic very well. In this case, the environment topic. Okay, so experts must be people who know this topic very well. So make a wild guess. Don't worry. Okay, so how did you feel about the talk? So all these questions are going to help you with the elaboration, okay? And making a garden using what? Okay, and recycling. Okay, let's look at content number 11. The point is not given there. They ask you to give one more activity of your own. So you have to think here of an activity that doesn't overlap with the first 3 activities. Content 8, 9, and 10. It shouldn't be redundant. It shouldn't be the same. Okay, think of what other activities can be done during an environmental event like this Go Green Day. Okay, perhaps it's a poster making or coloring contest or quizzes. Could be anything. Okay, you just write something. You can write more than one, no problem. It's okay. We don't minus marks. Okay, so let's look at the whole write-up. In the afternoon, there was a talk by some experts, and a quiz on saving Mother Earth. Okay, it was quite interesting. Besides, some simple leaflets and notes were distributed too. So you can see here content number 8. Okay, and the elaboration is there as well. Okay, sometimes you can elaborate in the same sentence. For example, if you look at the first sentence where a talk by some experts is given there, the content point on a talk by some experts, you elaborate when was it? So in the afternoon. So this is also part of an elaboration. You are elaborating the content point in the same sentence. You can do that, students. Yes, you can do that. Or you can add another sentence. Alright? Okay, then we go on. After the beneficial talk, we had some thrilling activities. The organizers showed us some interesting ways to make a flower garden. Using what? Using old tires and plastic containers. Okay, so we have content point number 9 here. Alright? And you can see the elaboration there. Okay? And we're going on. Then we even took part in the recycling project where we reused papers, cans and bottles to make decorative items like wind chimes and vases. That was simply amazing. Okay, you have content point number 10. Moreover, there was even a poster making contest for families. We had a whale of a time. So, I've chosen poster making contest as the activity that I need to choose on my own. Okay? Right, let's go on. So, you can see the ones in purple, they are the elaborations. Okay? I hope you are with me. So far so good. Keep the comments coming. Yes, I can read them. Hello, hi. Okay, good. You're almost going to finish with this article writing. Okay. For the conclusion, you need to write your best memory of the Go Green Day, which is content point number 12. And why do you think students should go to the Go Green Day next year? Why? Okay, so best memory and why must students go? So content point number 12 and 13. So you make some points, some planning there. Which event, why, okay? Why do you need students to go? Okay, maybe to create more awareness on the environment. It's very important to protect Mother Earth, protect the environment. Okay, so let's look at a sentence. The day passed so quick with all the wonderful activities. My best memory. So you use back the words in the content points. Use back in your essay. Try not to paraphrase or change any of the words. It's very important. Now this would ease in your checking, my dear students. You will know which content points you have used. You can tick. Okay? And this will also ease the markers. The markers can see your content points very clearly. So try not to use your own words. Try to use, I would say, you should use, okay, the words given in the content points as they are. Okay? So my best memory would be the poster making contest, as my whole family worked hand in hand to create a lovely poster. The best part was we were the champions. Yay, we were the champions. So the one in purple is the elaboration. So that's content point number 12. Okay? And the last content point, last but not least, this event should be held annually in schools. Most students should join and to learn better ways to protect the environment for a better and healthier future. Okay, so content point number 13. Right, we finished the whole article. Okay, you have done with me. I'm going to post something similar and you are going to try to write the article. Okay? Okay, now we are going to go to the core business. The core business here is like what teacher told you just now, the language. Okay, you have 2 marks or 3 marks for your content in your pocket, and then you have 12 or 13 marks for content points in your pocket. So you have 15 marks in your pocket. Now we are going to grab another 20. We are going to be greedy here. Okay, we want to get a lot of marks for directed writing. So from 20 marks, I want to get more than 10. So this is how you're going to do it. Okay, I'm going to help you. Okay, number one, you need to remember that you have to elaborate on the content points. You must elaborate, but don't elaborate too much. Okay, if you elaborate too much, then it becomes very long and draggy, and you may not have time for the next essay. Okay, students? So you need to vary your structures. Vary here means write in a different, use different types of structures, different types of sentences. Simple, compound, complex, active, passive. I'm going to share with you some simple structures here, but I'm not going to go into very detail with the structures. But I would definitely share with you some websites where you can learn simple ways of writing varied structures, different type of structures. Okay, so let's look. Simple structure. What is simple structure? Simple structure is where you have one subject and one verb. Okay, so followed by an object, of course. So the students gathered at the school hall. So this is a simple sentence. The students, the subject, gathered, the verb, the action, where? The object is at the school hall. The students gathered at the school hall. Okay, a compound sentence would be when you add a connector. For example, and, but, so, or, yet. Okay, right. So the example here, how you expand on a simple sentence. The students gathered at the school hall and they were extremely excited. So you have two sentences, complete sentences, joined using a connector. In this case is and then you have a long sentence. Okay, so this is a compound sentence. And the next one would be on complex. Okay, complex sentence is a slightly complex, as the name goes. Okay, complex is a little bit challenging for some students. Okay, but it's okay. You can try. If you can write a complex sentence, you can try to write. Otherwise, you can stick to simple and compound. Don't worry. As long as you write something, you get your marks. Okay, the students gathered at the school hall while waiting for the bus. So here, in a complex sentence, the difference between complex and compound is, compound sentence you have two complete sentences joined using a connector. Whereas, a complex sentence, you have two sentences, but they are not complete totally. One is complete, the other one is actually not complete. It's dependent. Okay, it depends on the first sentence. In this case, the one in red is a dependent sentence. Okay, it's not really complete. You cannot understand just with that phrase. Okay, so the students gathered at the school hall, we can understand. If I tell you while waiting for the bus, just while waiting for the bus, it's like not complete. So a complex sentence is when a complete sentence is joined with an incomplete one. So an independent clause and a dependent clause. Okay, right, I know, maybe some of you are confused, so it's okay, no problem. I will share with you the websites where you can actually read more on this. Okay, right, and then we're going to go to the active structure. Active structure is like this. They kept their bags in the bus. So they, the subject, kept is the action and their bags is the object. Okay, it's like a simple sentence. Okay, and passive sentence is when the object is given the focus, which is here is their bags. So their bags were kept in the bus. So use passive structures when you want to focus on the object. Okay, right. I hope I'm not confusing you. Let's go on more to get more details on structures and different types of structures. These are two very, very good websites and they're free. Okay, you can read and you have many sentence structures and examples given there. Why not just read through? Put in some effort. Okay, right. I'm sure you can. All of you are good students, right? Okay, let's go on more on sentences. Okay, the next thing that you need to remember is, apart from varying your structures, you need to add connectors and cohesive devices. Connectors like and, but, because, and cohesive devices which are usually put at the beginning of a sentence or a paragraph. Okay? For example, firstly, besides, moreover, lastly. Now this is for a good flow of ideas. Okay? And of course, you need to add vocabulary. Appropriate vocabulary. Okay? The vocabulary must help to enhance your ideas, the meaning of your sentences. Okay? That means it brings a clearer picture. Okay? When you explain something. We'll look at some examples. Okay. Alright, let's look back at content number 8, talk by experts. Okay. In a simple structure, we can write this way. In the afternoon, there was a talk by some experts. Then, there was a quiz on saving Mother Earth. So, this is a simple structure. Now, I'm going to show you the same sentence, almost the same, in a compound structure. Okay, using either and, but, so, or yet. Oh, I see some students already typing. Good. Can you all try? Try to make these two sentences into one sentence. Let's see. Yes. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, I can see some of my students. Hi. Okay, right. Okay, I'll show you the example. Okay, in the afternoon, there was a talk by some experts, and then we took part in a quiz on saving Mother Earth. So, you see, from the first part, which is a simple sentence, simple structures, you have two simple structures. You combine both the structures using and. Okay, and it becomes a compound structure, which is a plus point in structures. Okay, so when we mark papers, when we mark your essays, we would be happy if students are able to write in different structures. So impress the markers, impress your teachers. Show them you can. Okay, we go on still. Besides, they distributed some simple leaflets and notes too. So if you want to change this to a passive structure, so look at the object. Besides, they distributed some simple leaflets and notes too. So simple leaflets and notes, these are the objects. Okay, so you bring that to the front. Besides, some simple leaflets and notes were distributed too. We are using were because it's in the past, number one. And number two, they are in plural form, more than one. Okay? So look at the one in green, that's the cohesive device, besides. Okay, to add to the flow of your ideas. Cohesive devices, remember, teacher told you just now, is to add to the flow of ideas. You can use besides, you can use moreover, however, lastly. Okay, use of cohesive devices. Now this is very important also. Okay, let's look back at the article that part of the article that I shared just now. Okay, there were multiple fun yet effective topics and activities lined up throughout the event. The highlighted topics were on protecting the wild animals and learning about some flower plants for home. Furthermore, we also gained information about easy ways in dealing with rubbish. Now, furthermore is the cohesive device used in this paragraph. Now, if I don't want to use furthermore because I don't know how to spell furthermore. Yeah, students always will miss one R. Out of the 3 R's there, they will miss one. So I always tell my students, if you cannot spell furthermore, use others. You can use in addition, you can use moreover, you can use besides, additionally. Okay, so try to use a few. Remember just a few. You don't have to remember everything. Okay, now let's look at vocabulary now. Okay, so our focus was earlier on structures, and then on cohesive devices, and then on vocabulary. Okay, and then after that we are going to do a mix-up of all three. Okay, so these are the structures in your language. Remember, 20 marks, 20 marks. I want all the 20 marks. I'm not giving you any. So we are going to work hard for the 20 marks. Okay, students? Moreover, there was even a poster making contest for families. We had a whale of a time together. The day passed so quick with all the wonderful activities. Now look, we have a whale of a time there, and we have wonderful. These two are descriptive phrases or words. Okay, a whale of a time, what's that? Okay, you don't want to use a whale of a time, you can use a great time or an enjoyable time. Can you try to type in your comment using an enjoyable time instead of a whale of a time? We had, let's see who can type very fast. Yeah, that's very good. Okay, yes, good. We had a great time together. We had an enjoyable time together. So you don't want to write a whale of a time. Okay, you can change. Okay, for wonderful, you can substitute wonderful or replace the word wonderful with fun, interesting, exciting. Okay, so the day passed so quick with all the fun activities, interesting activities. Okay, so you are going to change your vocabulary. The more reading you do, the more vocabulary you have. So for the weaker students, you can try to remember the easy ones. Okay, now let's look at other content point topics. I'm taking at random. Okay, on activities, the activities given in the content point is jungle trekking. Okay, so we are going to write a sentence. Now I've given you the simple sentence. The jungle trekking was quite challenging. However, we had a lot of fun. Now, I'm going to give you some time to type in your comment. How can you change this structure to a compound structure? Maybe using and. Or maybe using but. Or maybe using or. Which one would you use? Okay, right. This is the example. For compound structure, the jungle trekking activity was quite challenging, but we had a lot of fun. Yeah, it was challenging, it was difficult, but we had a lot of fun. Okay, so we use but because it is in contrast. Challenging means difficult, hard. It takes a lot of energy. Okay, and we had a lot of fun, which is something positive. So negative and positive. So that's why there is a contrast. So we use but. Okay, contrast in points, we use but. Okay, we will brainstorm for more ideas on how to write good structures. Remember, I want you to grab all the 20 marks. If not 20, at least 15 out of 20 for language. Okay, now let's look at another example on content point given for activities. Now in camping, when you go camping, you have activities. Okay, cooking lessons can be one of the activities tested. Okay, or given in the content points. So scribble down some planning. Who were involved? What did you cook? How did you feel? Okay, and when you write these questions, it will help you. Okay, it will help you with the ideas. Alright. Okay, the simple sentence. In the morning, we had fun cooking lessons. We had to prepare lunch in groups. I was so excited. So how many simple sentences are there here? 3 simple sentences. Okay, now I want you to write in your comment, how can you actually combine all these 3 sentences using and? Oh, it's so difficult, teacher. Why are you torturing us like you torture us in class? I'm not torturing, I'm actually helping you. Okay, a little bit of torture is fine. It's okay, the thrill is there, you don't get sleepy, right? Okay, so in the morning we had fun cooking lessons. We had to prepare lunch in groups. I was excited. Okay, so how can you combine all this using and? I'm going to read all your comments. Remember, there's reward, so keep them coming. Okay, now I'll share. Okay, in the morning we had fun cooking lessons and I was excited to prepare lunch in groups. Oh, teacher, so easy. Oh, some say, yo, teacher, so hard. It's okay. Whatever it is, it's fine. If you cannot write in compound structures, it's fine. Use simple structures. As long as you write, you get your marks. Okay? Don't worry. Okay, let's look at more adjectives. Okay, let's look at adjectives. In the morning, we had cooking lessons in groups. We prepared delicious fried rice for lunch. So you are being very specific what you prepared. Delicious fried rice. So the word delicious can be replaced or substituted with the word tasty, yummy, mouth-watering. Okay, can you change the sentence now? In groups, we prepared. Try to change with one of the words given there, either tasty, yummy, or maybe if you want to change fried rice to something else, you can choose what you want. But remember, you need to know the spelling, yeah? If you write vegetables, some students make spelling errors. They don't know how to spell vegetables. So choose words that you know how to spell, okay? Right, so here are some examples. Okay, we prepared tasty fried rice for lunch. We prepared yummy fried noodles for lunch. We prepared mouth-watering soup for lunch. Okay, so all this means delicious. I'm hungry now. Okay, let's go on. Use of proper adjectives to describe nouns. Okay, now let's look at these two words. These two sentences. Okay, the activities were enjoyable. Or another way to write is we had fun activities. They mean the same. These two sentences mean the same. They are just written in a different way. Okay, so I want to substitute the words with these words. Interesting, wonderful, thrilling, okay, enjoyable and fun can be replaced with these three words. So you see there are a lot of adjectives, a lot of words that you can actually use in your essays. Try not to use the same words again and again and again. Okay, try to vary your choice of vocab. Okay, so the activities were interesting. We had thrilling activities. Now can you think of how to combine the two sentences into a compound sentences? Maybe using and. Yeah, try. You can use any of the words there in the box. Okay, very good. Okay, the activities were thrilling and we had a wonderful time together. Or the activities were enjoyable and we had thrilling activities. Okay, you can write that way. Okay, so okay, you have to try. If you don't try, you will never learn. Okay, don't give up so fast. Okay, so that's a compound structure. Go on. Okay, let's say in the content point they have given you camping trip, 2 types of camping activities. So you need to think of 2 types of camping activities that you have and when you go for a camping trip. Okay, can you think? Can you type in the comment what kind of camping activities I'm sure you have gone for camping before. Okay, so think of types of activities that you have during camping. Could be in school, could be in a jungle, could be in a field, could be in a resort or by the beach. Okay, right. This is one example. We had challenging yet exciting activities such as jungle trekking and treasure hunt. So 2 activities here. So you have your content points in the pocket and you have also added the vocab. But I want to change the vocab. I don't want challenging. Okay, if you don't want challenging, you can use the word tiring, okay, or difficult. And exciting can be replaced with thrilling, exhilarating. Okay, they mean the same. Brings a lot of excitement. Oh, yay, fun. Okay, so these are some examples. We had tiring yet thrilling activities. So this is another way of writing. We had difficult yet exhilarating activities. Exhilarating is a long word. Remember, the spelling is important. Okay? No point if you remember the vocab but the spelling, you make spelling mistakes. Okay, then you don't get marks for your vocab. Okay, let's go on. Moreover, the campfire night was superb. Okay, I don't want to write the word superb, so I can change to fun or amazing. Okay, my group sang a song while I played my guitar. So that's a complex structure there. Okay, and we had a memorable time together. Okay, then you don't want to write memorable, you can change to great time together, marvelous time together. Okay, so we look at another way of writing the sentence, the first sentence. Moreover, the campfire night was superb. You can change to furthermore, the campfire night was amazing. Okay, we had a great time together instead of saying we had a memorable. Oh teacher, memorable, I don't know how to spell. Okay, you remember one short word. Great time together. Fun time together. We had a marvelous time together. Okay? So moreover, furthermore, what are they? Yes, you're right. Cohesive devices. Okay? Almost there. We're going to go on to the next content point. Problems you faced. Now there will always be problems in a camping trip. Okay, so think, when was the problem? At night. What was the problem? Oh, I'm afraid of the dark. I'm so used to sleeping with the lights on. Okay, so write a sentence, simple one. At night, I was afraid of the dark. I could not sleep well. Now, can you think of how to change this to a compound structure? Come on, get them coming quick, 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 quick. At night, I was afraid of the dark. I could not sleep well. Now, change this to a compound structure. Yeah, there you are. At night, I was afraid of the dark, so I could not sleep well. Okay, so is the cohesive device. So is the connector. I was just checking whether you remember or not. Nah, kidding. Okay, go on. Problems you face. Okay, and I'm going to share with you some other structures. Okay, a few ways to write the same idea or the same meaning of ideas. Okay, for example, this one. On the first night, I had trouble sleeping. So instead of saying I could not sleep well, I had trouble sleeping as it was pitch dark and there were many mosquitoes. However, as I was too exhausted, I managed to sleep well. Okay, so exhausted here can be replaced with the word tired. Okay, there were some problems I faced. The first problem was I could not sleep well, and the second problem was mosquitoes. Luckily, my friend brought the insect repellent or the insect spray. So this is a simpler way to write. For good students, maybe you can choose to write the first part. For the ones who are not so confident in writing English structures, maybe you can choose the second part. They mean the same. Okay? Right. So what did you learn? Okay, what did you learn in the camping trip? I learned, okay, the camping trip made me a stronger and more independent person. I've also learned to start a fire and cook simple meals. Cooperation among team members is vital too. Now, teacher, I can see all difficult words here. I cannot remember all this. It's okay. I'm showing you the ones that can be written in a higher, higher standard or higher level. There is also a simple way to write the same idea. Okay, from the camping trip, I learned to be strong and brave. I also learned to cook simple food. Working together is very important. So cooperation, working together, they mean the same. Vital, important is the same meaning. Okay, right. So this is a simple way to write. Okay. Before I end, I would just like to go through the final reminders. Okay, students, just remember all this. Always do a quick planning before you write. Okay, and you must use all the content points. Follow the appropriate tone of the formatted essay. Remember, a report and formal letter, they are more serious. Okay, vary your structures. What's vary? Vary means to make sure the structures are different. Put in many kinds of structures, different types of structures. Elaborate but do not drag on each point. Remember that, do not drag. Don't write one point, one paragraph. You will not have time to finish. You have another essay to write, which is 50 marks. This is 35 marks. So plan, okay students? And always remember to read and check, especially on your tenses. Okay? And spelling, yeah. If you're unsure of any words, like I said just now, make a wild guess using the context, but never leave out any point. Okay, remember these reminders. Don't worry, my prayers are always with you. You can do it. All the very best to all of you. Good luck. And this is from me, and I thank you very much for paying attention. Okay, and thank you. And don't forget to subscribe to SSTP Kedah on YouTube. And if you want to get in touch with me, or you have any questions to ask me, you can contact me or get in touch with me through English Kiran on my Facebook. And do not forget to fill up the feedback form here. You can see the feedback form and the link there. Please do fill up the feedback form. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the very best and good luck. Bye.